Welcome to Second Life Upcycling. In this practical clothes upcycling video, I'll show you how I refashioned an old sweater, tie-dyeing and altering it to a more contemporary style. The original sweater was white, had a large collar and zipped down the front. It was stretched out of shape and had clearly been well worn, but still had plenty of life left in it. The first step was to dye it. There were a few stains on it and the off-white colour was a little lackluster. First, I threw this top into a red dye batch. It came out okay, but was a little ordinary, so I decided to add some purple, and this really made it pop. I usually leave the clothes soaking in the dye for a few days so the fabric fibres absorb all the dye. You can see here when I'm taking it out of the purple dye batch, the dripping water is nearly clear. This indicates that most of the dye has been taken up by the garment. After rinsing out any excess dye, I hang it outside to dry for a few days. Then it's on to the alterations. The first step was to get rid of the zip at the front. This was bulky and unnecessary. Like always, I cut out and saved the zip because I'll try and repurpose it on another project. After removing the zip, I sewed a new front seam all the way from the bottom hem through to the top, which enclosed and joined the oversized collar together, creating a polo neck. Next, I pinned a channel at the top of the new collar where I would thread my new collar tie. Before sewing this, I had to cut out a hole at the front of the channel where the collar tie would enter and exit. To finish off the hole so it wouldn't fray, I used a fancy stitch on my sewing machine. I'm not sure what it's called. A buttonhole stitch would have worked just as effectively. Next, I thread the new collar tie through the channel. Here's an important tip. When I was dyeing the top originally, I threw in an old tie that I'd salvaged from my bag of ribbons so that it would match the color of the top. Next, I found some wooden beads from my box of beads and added these to the bottom of the tie. Not only does this finish it off, but it stops the tie from pulling back into the channel when you wash it. Next, I sewed a channel at the bottom hem and thread another tie through to form a tie at the bottom. And finally, I re-hemmed the sleeves and added some elastic for an elasticated hem. And here it is finished. This was quite the transformation. This sweater is super comfortable. The bottom tie can be tucked under so it's hidden or left out so it's visible. Thanks for watching. I've uploaded quite a few activewear upcycling tutorials, so check out my channel for more tips and inspiration. If you would like to see more videos like this one, please throw me a thumbs up. It really helps. I upload upcycling and sewing tutorials weekly, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an update. See you next time.